About myself, briefly, my name is Mohammed. I grew up in Egypt, which is the other side of the planet. I have accounting degree, and I made some move between Egypt. I live in Egypt. I lived in Saudi Arabia. Then I moved to the States about 10 years ago, and I landed in Dallas about 8 years ago, and I've been living in Dallas since then. Hyperlink is my baby. uh, I started Hyperlink in 2018. It's a trucking logistics company, and I got that out of getting my CDL a few years back when I decided to come and exploring the trucking industry. So it was a big adventure for me. Why I started Hyperlane? That's a good question. I've been searching inside myself why I've been attracted to trucking, and I found when I was young, I was always, playing with cars. That was my favorite games. And then when I grew up, I was spending all my money on Cars magazine and trucks, and I was reading a lot about that. And that's maybe a reason I started a limousine company before. And then I moved to the trucking industry. And that was a big thing for me, attracted to moving vehicles. I started Hyperlane when I started driving trucks. And I think there is a big thing missing in the market. When I was driving, I was thinking, okay, there is something missing. There is something could have been done a little better. And in one point I decided, okay, you know what? I'm starting my own company and I'm gonna run it my own way. It was a little difficult, especially jumping into an industry I'm not very familiar with. So it was a whole new, from accounting background and moving from different business to another. Then I decided to go into trucking. So the lack of knowledge was a big challenge. And then it came the lack of financial, because when I started Hyperlane, I really didn't have like a big cash flow or any big amount of money available at that time. So it was a really big challenge to start Hyperlane literally from scratch. I did a big part of it with the talk with other parties, especially vendor and people can help me with the startup. So with doing the right talk, I was able to get a big trust of a lot of vendor and a lot of companies that can provide business with me without putting any money down. And then a few months later, when I got the business up and running, I came up with a successful partnership. Also by the trust. The trust was a big deal to start the company. So it was a lot of difficulties. And the partnership was very successful to start actually Hyperlane and push it to the next level. Turning point. Every day is a turning point. Believe it or not, difficulties was always a turning point for us. Every time we come across any certain of difficulties, it actually can lead us to think out of the box and come up with something a little more creative and tweak around it and being very flexible to move the business upward. It's a lot of sweat and a lot of hard work, I promise. Factors. I think a good team, let me put it this way. Without a good team, it's very hard to grow. You have to hire the right people. You have to trust people. You have to lead by example. You have to be the one who start and push everybody to the right direction. Create a very creative channel of communication between everybody. This will actually be a major reason for success. Okay, I actually see it more longer than that, but I actually trying to build an icon in the trucking industry. I focus on owner-operator to work under our authority, and I believe there is something missing they find in my company, and that's what I'm actually pushing and focusing on, to be that icon, to make a big change in the industry. So 5 years from now, I think Hyperlink will be a really big name in the industry, and it will be a uniting icon for all the owner-operator in the United States. I mean, everything on shelves we eat or we wear or we buy is moving by truckers. So trucking and logistics, it's very growing every day, and it will keep going that way. It will keep growing, and it will need a really good focus to start adopting with the change in the industry. Accomplished. Okay, that's a tricky question. I would believe there is no accomplished when it comes to entrepreneur. There is always hard work. I haven't seen somebody reach the point to say, okay, I made it, let me sit and settle. I haven't seen it so far. Everybody became successful at one point. They keep pushing it harder and harder to accomplish more. There is a point when you can see or say this person is successful when he has a really long list of undone tasks. This means he's still pushing to have a better environment for his business. Yeah, I always say you have to jump to open the parachute. If you want the parachute to be open and fly sky high, you have to jump off the cliff. Open your wings and let the wind just take you up high. You cannot just work 8 to 5 and you think you're gonna make it. You have to jump, you have to risk. Take a big risk. And what is the worst you're gonna lose? You're gonna learn something new. At least it's not working, so let me try something else. The worst thing is to lose yourself, to lose an idea. It's that in your head, running in your head, and it never been in the ground. This is a big loss. Trying is the key.
Thank you so much, Mohamad. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
It was a very pleasure talking to you, sir. Thank you so much.